Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum. It's Abu Osama. I thought that today we could go and find a nice place to make some dinner. Let's go, inshallah. Bismillah. It looks like over here there's a good amount of, it looks like over here, because it's a bit rainy today, and it looks like over here, I think in there would make a nice place to sit and have dinner. Even though the rain's coming down a bit, there's a good amount of shelter. So this is lovely. Okay, inshallah. Yeah, this will be good. Okay, inshallah. Let's put the bag down. We'll make a fire pit here. Let's go. So the first thing I'm doing is just looking around for rocks. Just any large size rocks that I can use to make a fire pit with, so that I can keep the fire well maintained. Here we go. You want some good sized ones, so that the fire, so you can make a nice sized fire pit. Maybe that's a little bit too big. Not this time. You want to find about 10 nice large rocks. If you can find about 10 good sized ones, you can make yourself a nice fire pit. Now that we have our rocks, we need to dig a fire pit. Want to clear all this area, because all of this will just catch a light, fire will spread. Fire pit that doesn't spread out to you. Okay, that's our fire pit. The next thing we need is a good supply of wood. Alhamdulillah, we're in the forest, there's plenty of it around. Right, even though I probably need a bit more firewood, I'm going to start the fire now, because the rain's starting to pick up and I want to get a fire going before the rain starts. My kindling isn't the driest, but inshallah it will start. That was so hard to get going, but alhamdulillah, I think we're good. So we're just going to build up this fire a little bit now, and then keep getting timber. We'll keep getting timber after we've made this fire a little bit more than what it is. So we'll just keep on feeding these little bits. I had to tend to this fire a lot more than I would have wanted, but the wood was very wet. So, you know, that's the thing. When you got wet wood, it's going to take you twice as long to make a fire. So, you just have to be patient, have sabr, and just work on it slowly. Oh, and just the thing with the fires, right? When it comes to firewood, the only type of wood you want is dead wood. So the only type of wood you want is wood that's like that. Breaks very easily, it's totally dead, it's dried itself out, that's perfect for kindling. Whereas if you have live bark, see if you've got live wood like this, it's really hard to break and there's still a lot of moisture in that. And that will take twice as long to catch a light because it has to dry out first. So the only type of wood you want for a fire is dead wood. So for dinner today I have some chicken breast, some sweet potatoes, and then for dessert I got some cookies. Alhamdulillah. First thing I'm going to do before I deal with the chicken is I'm just going to cut these. I'm just going to cut these, just cut the ends off. And I'm just going to cut these sweet potatoes into chunks. Add some seasoning now, just before I put it all away. This is a mixture of seasoning. This is a little seasoning I made myself. It's got a mixture of cayenne pepper, seasoning salts, peppers, turmeric, all the good stuff. And then I'm going to put some olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil, not too much. And last but not least, is I'm going to add some honey. I love a bit of honey on it. Gives it a nice taste, a nice sweet taste. It's lovely, alhamdulillah. And I'll just put that there. I'm just going to build the fire up a bit more around it now. And in about half an hour that will be good to eat. Gives us time to cook the chicken. Now let's add the seasoning. Same like we did before. We're going to put some honey. Honey makes anything taste better. I'm just going to use my knife to stir it. Just to, I think if we put it about there, I think it's going to cook nicely there. Just first of all, let's get all that marinade Let's get all that marinade and make it all nice. Alhamdulillah, the chicken looks absolutely lovely. See that? Just clean off the knife. I've got some time before the potatoes finish cooking. I'm just going to leave the chicken there just to cool. Just keep it nice and warm as well, just keep it by the fire. I thought what would be nice is if I cook up some fresh coffee. So I've got some lovely fresh Kenyan coffee beans and I'm just going to roast them up to a nice blend. The best way for you to roast coffee is that you just keep shuffling it like that and you just keep your eye on the bean. The beans are going to start to get darker and darker as they cook. And it takes about 10 minutes of doing this. So it doesn't take too long. You'll see your beans start to get darker and darker. And they'll start to crackle. And that's how you know they're cooked. And if they crackle too fast, you're too close to the fire, so you want to move a bit back. If they start to burn too much, you want to move back a little bit and just let them slow cook. Alright. I got kind of a half espresso, half roasted blend there because I had to keep on stoking the fire, so I couldn't watch my coffee beans as much as I would have wanted. And all I'm doing now is I'm grinding my coffee beans down to make them into a fine coffee. I'm just going to put some water on to boil. Look at that. Those look so nice, so juicy. All the water boils up, I'm just going to add the coffee to it. Nice bit of coffee. Just mix that in. Let that come to a nice boil. You know, subhanAllah, this is the life. Away from the noise, away from the city. Just enjoying the outdoors. Just going to add some honey. Give it a nice sweet taste. And that cup of coffee is going to go lovely with them cookies. And there we go. We got sweet potatoes with chicken. And we got coffee and cookies for dessert. Bismillah. That's hot. Always finish what's on your plate, because you don't know where the barakah is. Could be in the last bite. Alhamdulillah. Dish is done. I don't know how I feel about these cookies because they're sugar free. But let's try. Bismillah. That's actually quite nice. And that's really good coffee. Always tastes better when you made it yourself. Well, alhamdulillah, that was good. And my fire's gone out. My food's all packed away. The last thing I'm going to do before I leave is pray Asr. What's good about being out in the forest is you'll always find yourself a sutra. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You know, subhanallah, it doesn't matter if you're old or young. It doesn't matter if you're sick or if you're healthy. Allah has prescribed prayer upon all of us. It doesn't matter if you're out here in the wilderness or in the city, if you're working or if you're at home, if it's convenient or it's not convenient. Prayer is prescribed upon all of us. Never abandon the prayer. There we go. And we are leaving just in time because it's starting to rain. The rain's getting worse. There we go. Alhamdulillah. We're back to the car. Just as it started to rain as well. Bismillah. Well, alhamdulillah, that was another good trip. So, from Abu Sama, Assalamu alaikum. Till next time.